Do you think Crawford beats Canelo?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Why is that? Why do you?
It's this guy's more comfortable at 168. He's been fighting 168 for 4 or 5 years now. Crawford's a great fighter, but we'll see. Boxing, anything can happen.
And I'm still gonna say Canelo, but I think Crawford is he and I might change my mind again, but I don't know, man. Crawford he is one of those special.
Sebastian Fundora isn't convinced that Terence Crawford can handle the storm Canelo Álvarez brings at 168 port. According to Fundora, Canelo has been dominating that weight for years and is simply too seasoned and settled in the division. While he respects Crawford's skills and acknowledges the unpredictability of boxing, he believes Canelo's size, strength, and long-term experience at super middleweight make him the clear favorite. Still, in boxing, nothing's ever guaranteed, and that's what makes it thrilling.
I'm still gonna say Canelo, but I think Crawford is he and I might change my mind again, but I don't know, man. Crawford he is one of those special fighters. Canelo's a special fighter also, but Crawford just and I say this from a long time ago, man. I like with one of my coaches, I used to like he never think that Crawford was that good. I say, listen, Crawford is
Regis Prograis drops a controversial take that's left fans stunned. He leans toward Canelo Álvarez, but even he can't ignore the brilliance of Terence Crawford. He admits Crawford is so freakishly skilled, he might flip his pick any moment. What's more shocking, Prograis confesses his own coach never rated Crawford highly, but Regis knew better. He saw greatness from the start. Now as Crawford's dominance grows louder, even Canelo loyalists like Prograis are starting to hesitate. This isn't just a clash of champions, it's a war of legacies waiting to explode.
I think you gotta lean more towards Canelo, because like I said before, he been putting big guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68 pounder. He probably really should be at 60 maybe, and he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be probably close to 200.
Terence Crawford and Canelo Álvarez finally kicked off their September showdown with a fiery mini press conference. However, the spotlight instantly shifted. Jaron Ennis stormed in and stole the headlines. To make matters worse, Ennis physically attacked Crawford, unleashing his frustration. The real issue is, Ennis feels deeply betrayed after being ignored for years. Meanwhile, Crawford is moving straight into a mega fight with Canelo. This raises the question, did Crawford duck Ennis to protect his legacy and chase fame instead?
I think you gotta lean more towards Canelo, because like I said before, he been putting big guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68 pounder. He probably really should be at 60 maybe, and he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be.
During the Las Vegas press conference, chaos erupted when Jaron Ennis, standing alongside Shocker Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis, suddenly shoved Terence Crawford off the stage. On the other hand, Ennis has made it clear he's planning to move up to super welterweight or even middleweight just to finally corner Crawford. This is why tensions exploded. What's more, Ennis has repeatedly tried to face Crawford at welterweight only to be ignored. The truth is, this wasn't just a press event, it was a public declaration of war. After the press event, Crawford and Canelo headed to the media room for photos, but all talk shifted to Jaron Ennis' shocking outburst. Meanwhile, Crawford didn't hold back when questioned, calling the act stupid and claiming Ennis had his chance, but ran. What's more, Crawford dismissed any future bout, suggesting a street fight instead to settle things. The real issue is, he believes Ennis is too small and irrelevant to step in the ring with a powerhouse like him.
And he dropping those guys like that, so I don't know. It's gonna be a great fight. The fans want to see it, so so be it. I think Crawford should take a warm-up fight, at like 60 or like at least at 60, just to get his body, the feeling of somebody a little bit bigger, and things like that. I know when you go up a weight, you gotta develop that power and not develop the power, but like put that muscle on and be heavy and things like that. So he might not want to take a fight because he's trying to build up right now. But I think he should, just to stay sharp and that way he don't have like a long layoff.
Jaron Ennis spent years chasing a showdown with Terence Crawford, but now he's forced to watch his rival headline against Canelo Álvarez. On the other hand, Ennis holds the IBF welterweight title and has risen fast as one of boxing's brightest stars. The burning question is whether he'll ever get his shot, especially since Crawford unified the division by demolishing Errol Spence in July 2023, leaving Ennis on the outside looking in.
Good fight, 50-50 fight, and I guess it's a fight that everybody wants to see. So, I mean, it's a good fight.
Terence Crawford's last outing saw him claim a world title at 54 pounds by dominating Israel Madrimov, and now it's clear the 37-year-old has officially moved on from the welterweight division. Meanwhile, Crawford has long had his sights set on Canelo Álvarez, the reigning undisputed super middleweight king, and now it's official, Crawford versus Canelo is locked in for September. Speaking to YSM Sports Media, Jaron Ennis couldn't pick a clear winner, calling it a true 50-50 clash that fans have been waiting for. This blockbuster bout could redefine boxing's pound-for-pound hierarchy.
Difficult is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a little difficult because you got to, what are you going to have to put on, like an extra 14 pounds? So he might be a little slower, or who knows, he could be faster. I don't know. Like, it's just, you got to add more weight and gain more muscle and stuff like that, moving up in weight and things like that. So it's a little harder, but I don't know. We'll see on fight night.
Terence Crawford has shocked fans by revealing he currently weighs 86 lbs, well over the 68 lbw super middleweight limit, despite having once ruled divisions as light as 135 lbs. But jealousy seems to be brewing. Jaron Boots Ennis, frustrated by being overlooked, predicted Crawford would lose regardless. Meanwhile, Ennis's father, Bozy Ennis, offered a surprising perspective, reflecting on Canelo Álvarez's recent win over William Skull, an uninspiring unanimous decision. Bozy believes Canelo struggles against slick movers. Speaking to YSM Sports Media, he suggested that Crawford's footwork and ring IQ might frustrate Canelo more than expected, opening the door for a major upset this September.
Same like a...
You told me that Terence Crawford and Canelo was a 50-50 fight. You told me Terence Crawford had a chance.
Right.
Me, I was leaning towards Canelo because of the size.
Right.
I want to apologize.
Yeah.
Because after watching that fight, I see what you were talking about.
Yeah, I'm telling you, yeah, movement. That movement offsets everybody, man. And with Canelo, he get frustrated. You see, he walking to you and all that. If he can't touch you.
Bozy Ennis believes Terence Crawford has a real shot at upsetting Canelo Álvarez. He pointed out that Canelo gets frustrated when he can't land clean shots, and Crawford's movement, speed, and boxing IQ could be the key. According to Ennis, Crawford isn't like William Skull. He's aggressive, smart, and dangerous. He believes the right strategy is to box Canelo, hit him as he sets, and control the center of the ring. If Canelo drops his guard, Ennis sees a knockout as possible. In his words, Crawford might not just beat Canelo, he might stop him in dramatic fashion.
I think, like I said, Terence got a great chance to beat him, man. You know what I mean? Terence can box, Terence can move, Terence can punch. You know what I mean? Terence ain't gonna be doing like Skull. Terence gonna fight you. You know what I mean? He's Terence from the streets, man. You know what I mean? He know what to do. You know what I mean? When it comes down to it. And I think he's gonna wind up frustrating Canelo.
Despite Canelo Álvarez being known for his granite chin and surviving against elite punchers, Bozy Ennis believes Terence Crawford can break through, but only if he places the shot perfectly. He emphasized that few fighters have really gone after Canelo's body, a tactic Crawford might by working the body. Crawford could draw Canelo's guard down and open the door for a brutal finish up top. Meanwhile, Jaron Ennis is also in headlines for a potential showdown with Teofimo Lopez. Eddie Hearn confirmed the negotiations are underway, but things haven't gone smoothly. On the flip side, Lopez has publicly accused Ennis of ducking the fight, adding fuel to a brewing rivalry.
Beat Boots by unanimous decision. Yeah, I'm a dog him, for sure. I'm a dog that boy. They never faced a fighter like me. No more backflips.
Teofimo Lopez exploded with fury in a fiery message aimed at Jaron Ennis and his father Bozy, calling them out for ducking real challenges. Lopez questioned their Philly roots, mocking them for avoiding top-level fights and claiming they're disrespecting the city's fighting legacy. He even threw shade during a shout-out to the Eagles, saying Philly deserves better. Meanwhile, talks of Lopez moving up to welterweight continue to swirl, with Turki Al-Sheikh backing the idea. Ennis, on the other hand, still eyes Mario Barrios and Brian Norman Jr.'s titles.
Boots, if you're on here and your father's on here, Bozy, listen to me. You bozos. How how you claim yourself from Philly and you don't want to fight the best? Man, y'all putting Philly down and Philly just won. Shout out to Philadelphia Eagles for winning the chip.
A clash with Mario Barrios is no longer an option, as he's gearing up to face 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao on July 19th. Meanwhile, the tension between Team Ennis and Team Norman continues to escalate after failed negotiations, but the real buzz is around a potential showdown between Teofimo Lopez and Jaron Ennis. Ennis, fresh off his dominant win over Imantas Stanionis, showed off his elite footwork, precise punch placement, and devastating power tools that make him one of the most dangerous threats in the welterweight division today.
Lopez has mentioned that a potential fight with you and him may be down the road. I think Turkey's even said that. Just overall, your thoughts on that, Jaron?
Like I said before, I'm not worried about nobody else outside of Imantas Stanionis. I'm locked in on him. I'm just locked in on him. I'm zoned in on Stanionis. I'm here to collect belts at 147 and show out.
Teofimo Lopez has shown he rises to the occasion in big fights, proving it with impressive wins over Vasyl Lomachenko and Josh Taylor. His recent victory against Arnold Barboza Jr. showcased a sharpness that had been missing in some of his previous performances, reminding everyone of his elite skills. On the other hand, Jaron Ennis has long struggled to make the 47 Lelbo welterweight limit, sparking rumors of a move up to junior middleweight before his fight with Imantas Stanionis. Ennis chose to stay at welterweight to chase more titles, and after unifying the division by beating Stanionis, it seems unlikely he'll add a third 107 Lelbo belt anytime soon. The welterweight scene remains intensely competitive, with both fighters carving their paths.
I figured it being so close to the fight too as well. You're kind of like tunnel vision when it comes to your opponent. And the only reason why I ask is because Turkey had mentioned that if Teo gets past Barboza, we could see a fight with you and Teofimo. I know Top Rank tried to make that fight as well. So I was just curious now, like, what do you think of Teofimo as a fighter?
Yeah, good fighter. Good fighter.
Where's the real motivation? Sure, the money is huge, but don't expect Terence Crawford to be the same unstoppable force who once knocked out Uris Gamboa. The game has changed, and so has Crawford. Whether he can still dominate at the highest level remains a burning question. Boxing fans are watching closely, waiting to see if he can prove the doubters wrong, or if his best days are behind him. This fight could redefine his legacy, or expose cracks in his armor. For all the latest updates, breaking news, and unforgettable moments in the world of boxing, stay locked in with us. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell to never miss our top quality content. Until next time, stay hyped and keep loving boxing. Peace.